Steve, what made you the proudest tonight?
I think just the overall grit of our team, Gareth. There were so many great storylines within the game. So many guys who just contributed so much to it. But it was mainly the fact that we just hung in there. They were up 16, I think, in the first half, and obviously they were doing a great job on Steph. And we hung in there and kept moving the ball and trusting each other, and guys stepped up and made big shots and big plays down the stretch.
We talked about a little bit last night about, finding the ability to close out these close games, which you guys have struggled with, and now you did it back to back against two of the best teams in the West. Just how important it is to close these close games heading into the postseason.
Yeah, I mean these last two games have been so important for us against, I think the two teams with the best records in the league. And they've, tonight felt like a playoff game. Phoenix was very well prepared. They had the day off yesterday. So they came out with a great game plan to take the ball out of Steph's hands. And so for us to, be able to withstand a great team playing with a lead, bottling up Steph pretty well, and for us to be able to stay with it and come back and finish out the win was just fantastic.
Steve, we talked about Jordan Poole's confidence earlier, but again, I mean, just to come up with some shots right at the times that you need them, and it wasn't just him, but the supporting cast. What can you say about that group again?
Yeah, Jordan was fantastic. That second half, we needed his scoring. There were a lot of openings on the floor because of the way they were guarding Steph. And so Jordan took advantage of it. Wiggs was amazing, 17 for 23. He hit that huge three late. But that's what I liked, was that guys were just, stepping up and taking the big shots that were there and knocking them down. And then, to hold them to 18 points in the fourth quarter was really impressive too. That's a great offensive team. They've got shooting everywhere, very difficult to guard. So just a hell of an effort all in all.
Steve, in a game like tonight with the fans, how much can they really turn the momentum? Can you feel that building, and then when you guys go on a run and just them exploding tonight? Oh yeah, we can feel the energy from our crowd, and it's so much fun to have fans back. And I know we've been adding more and more fans each game as we continue to work under these conditions of the pandemic. But tonight was definitely the loudest that it's felt all year, or that it sounded, and the most intense that it's felt, and really, really fun stuff. This is what we all do this for this feeling of competition and, success when facing, a great team. It's a great feeling.
Steve, through all the things your team has been through this season, obviously the injuries, the close losses, the blowout losses, I mean, what do you think this team has learned about itself over these 70 games?
Well, the thing is, we've got, several guys who have championship experience, obviously Steph and Draymond and Loon. And so we've had the foundation for what you're seeing now. We've had that all year, but we've needed the season in order for our young guys to grow. We wouldn't have won this game a few months ago. So this season has been so much about guys like Jordan and Juan and Mike Mulder, Damian Lee, guys who maybe don't have a ton of experience in this league. It's about them growing, and I can mention several others as well. Eric Paschal, James Wiseman, all these guys need to feel this, because this is what the NBA is all about. And we've grown quite a bit over the course of the year, and now you've got a team that is ready to win a game like this, because you've got Steph and Draymond and Loon who already know how, and they'll lead the way, but everybody else has learned how to follow.
Steve, if you come out of the play-in tournament, you'll most likely face either Utah or Phoenix in the playoffs. What does beating them at this point do looking forward?
I don't think it does anything, to be honest with you, Carlos. I mean, it's for us, it's just it's a good confidence booster for those teams. You know, they're both veteran teams, and you got to win 4 out of 7, obviously, in a playoff series. And you know, we've got to still get to that point. You know, we've got to get through the play-in and hopefully get into the first round. So that's our focus right now, and you know, we'll see what happens.
When the 3-point shot, when it seemed like there was a lid on the 3 ball for most of the game, how did you see your guys, you know, react and adjust to that?
Well, that was one of the things that really pleased me about the game, Gareth. I think we were 4 for 22 in the first half from 3, and a lot of good looks, a lot of open looks, but nothing was going down. So for our guys to really stick with it and continue to compete, continue to fight, that's a great sign of a team that's really maturing.
How does this defense that you have compare to maybe some of your past playoff defenses? I know it's different, obviously, the personnel, but just kind of the scrappy, the versatility, you know, and the way you can kind of switch.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. We're not nearly as gifted without, you know, I can start naming them: Andre Iguodala, Clay, KD, you know, Zaza, down the list. I mean, those teams were loaded. Andrew Bogut was, I think, the best defensive center in the league. So this is a totally different group, but it's really keyed by Draymond. You know, Draymond is he's our anchor defensively. He's the one who provides the energy, but also the knowledge. You know, he's constantly making calls out there, changing coverages on the fly. He's like a middle linebacker. And then I think adding Juan to the mix has changed us dramatically. Juan's energy, his ability to pressure the ball, to guard every position, including the 5. He's given us the versatility that we've needed. The other guy I'd like to single out is Kent Bazemore. You know, his ball pressure, you know, over the last few weeks. That was the biggest thing when we put him in the starting lineup, you know, was just his ability to get into the ball and we could feel a change with our group with Baze out there. So it's been fun to watch. You know, we've been a top 10 defense, I think, most of the year, and I'm not sure how many people predicted that. But with Draymond, you know, kind of orchestrating everything and anchoring us back there, you know, that puts us in good position.
Did Juan's defense on Booker change the complexion, the energy of the game in that second quarter?
Well, just the ability to you know, put him on him is a luxury. And Juan is so competitive. I loved his emotion in that second quarter. I think that helped us stay in the game. You know, we were down 16 and we were kind of you know, struggling a little bit. So Juan's fight and energy was amazing.